We're live.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. I hope everybody is doing a hell of a lot better than I am. It's a hangover Monday for me. What a great weekend of football. I mean, other than one game, it was really pretty good. This is Coach's Call on Tap. I am your coach here. This is our Monday afternoon Chalk Talk. We're going to talk about the divisional round, talk about how the quarterbacks played, some of the questionable calls that we saw, a look ahead at the conference championships, and then just shoot the shit and see what we think. I got Tristan in Tennessee. I got Brian here in Texas. I got Donnie Nolan in Tennessee. Thank you guys for being here first and foremost. Uh, what happened? I don't know why you fuckers are laughing at me, but
Because Tristan's in North Carolina.
Tennessee.
You said Tristan in Tennessee. He's not down here with me, buddy.
oh shit. Okay, we'll see. That's what about 57 beers does to a man. You just got to get your
Every time Rick texted me this weekend, he had a beer in his fucking hand.
dude. It was that weekend.
Hey, watch the F-bombs, buddy.
I'm sorry.
We're live.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm
I
talking to
apologize.
Tristan.
Playoff, man. It's a playoff.
I tell you what, thank you guys for being live with me. And if I do cuss a little bit, fuck it. That's how I talk. I apologize.
That's how I talk.
But this is what we're normal human beings here. Close your ears. Thank you guys for joining in. If this is your first time, please like, share, comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know how your bets went this weekend. But I am going to start by giving the newbie his props. Brian,
Yes, sir.
the Detroit Lions.
Detroit.
Holy
Shout out to
shit, did they look
Detroit.
good? They
What a
really,
game, man.
really
What a
looked
game.
impressive. I mean, they looked.
Yeah.
There was a point in time. It was 31-20. It could have gone either way. I think we're going to talk about this later, but dude, it just looked like in the second, they're late at the beginning of the fourth quarter around there, that Detroit just said, screw it, man. We're going to run away with this bitch. We're going to run the ball. We're going to hit you in the mouth. We're going to play good old Detroit football. A lot of fun. We'll get to that game here in a minute, but Brian,
Sure.
congratulations.
Thank
you can
you,
rub
sir.
it in our face if you want to right
can I
now.
Oh,
say something real quick?
It's just Tristan had a little smack talk to say, in the last episode. So I just had to, if you dish it out, you got to be able to take it back. So I wanted to make him aware of that.
He can.
Yep.
He can take it. He really can. We
Oh,
give him
yeah.
shit all the
I'm
time.
sure he can. Yeah.
Give it to him, brother. Fuck,
But
don't let up.
before you give me shit, I do want to say
Yeah.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid now.
Awesome.
Ask Rick what I said this morning. NFL Discord. I think y'all can win the Super Bowl, bro. I really
man.
do.
I appreciate the props, man. I appreciate you owning up to it. I was just gonna say
He's owning
a
up to
win
his
to
own
win.
opinion. Let's not get carried away here. Let's not
No.
hand over the trophy quite yet, gentlemen.
No,
Sure.
I think
Oh,
that
NFC
team
championship though.
can go into San Fran and win. I'm telling you right now, they can. Oh, we do have a comment. Chase comment. He said, "Coach is looking cute as hell."
Thank you, Chase. I love you, baby. How's your mama's clam? Hey, let's go ahead
Wow.
and start with hey, this is just a saying that we say. This is a saying. Because they do go clamming and all that stuff. Anyway, the Texans and the Ravens, probably
Easiest.
the
bet
worst game of the weekend, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This was
Yeah, but the easiest money to make.
the
too,
easiest
though.
money to make. We did
Yeah.
make. That was just easy.
And I was
The-
wrong. I'll admit I was wrong.
The
I bet
Texans
the
just weren't even in the game.
But
Yeah.
that's what
It was a
that was
10-10
what
tie.
was supposed to happen.
It was a
They got-
10-10 tie at half, but
They
it
got
wasn't
blown-
supposed to be.
Yeah, they got out adjusted at halftime. Baltimore made all the adjustments. It came out in the second half, put up 24 points, and didn't give up a single point. So
Yeah, they were lucky to have 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have. They scored 3 offensive points all game. The
agree.
Ravens they dominated that game from halftime on.
Is CJ Stroud still him?
Oh,
Are you still impressed with
yeah.
him, or now that he
Yeah.
lost, is he in
No.
your shit box, Tristan?
No, look, the Texans' future looks very, very bright. I'm gonna just say that.
Okay, I
Sure.
love it. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I love CJ Stroud, man. He's taking over that team. D'Amico Ryans, he's just a player's coach, and he's changed that entire culture around. Not only CJ Stroud, though, they have guys on defense. They got Stingley, Anderson, Jalen Petrie, and they have receivers, and Pierce isn't a bad running back, Singletary. So they have the pieces, and they're young, and they're well coached. Man, the Texans are going to be a force to be reckoned with. I feel like sooner
Yeah.
rather than later.
Ball,
And who
ball,
wants
yeah.
to
they just ran into
who wants to tackle Lamar Jackson? That's a big son of a bitch to go around. I mean, you can't arm tackle a guy.
yeah.
I mean, you just can't blame Houston for
The Tex they just ran into the wrong
Yeah.
team at the wrong time.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you think, Donnie?
Baltimore had 229 rushing yards. Lamar had 111 carries. Justice Hills 13 for 66. They could not stop the run. I mean, I don't think that the Texans are in any danger. I mean, you got to remember their number one wide receiver, Tank Dell, has been out. So Nico Collins has stepped up and been amazing, but at the end of the day, they just ran into a buzzsaw. It's going to be a great game at when the Kansas City comes to Baltimore. Can Kansas City stop this rushing attack of Baltimore? And it's gonna be a fun game to watch.
Packers and Niners, man. What a freaking game. I don't think the Niners, it's a bad time to not play your best. I think we're going to see a different 49er team next weekend. I know you're shaking your head already, Tristan, but geez. I mean, 24-21 Packers. Dude, these quarterbacks are real deal to me. I mean, on both sides, so far, all of these quarterbacks have done what they've needed to do. I've been extremely pleased to watch that level of football in them. And then these defensive coordinators, the adjustments they make, the moves they make, the things they're doing, how they're side adjusting, how they're rolling, how they're doing all those things. Sometimes it just comes to they're an arm tackle away for a first down and it screws everything up. But I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I was way off. I had the Niners at -10, so that was a complete shit show from me. So I screwed the pooch there. I'll admit that. But anyway, some thoughts on the Packers 49ers games, fellas, whoever.
Yeah,
I'll go. I think
go ahead, Donnie. Go ahead.
I think this game was super close. The biggest thing that I saw was San Francisco had a lot of penalties. Green Bay only had one, but the big difference was turnovers. They had 2 interceptions. San Francisco had none. If the ball bounces the other way, this game flips. I mean, the Packers played their butts off, and the Niners, they just didn't look like the Niners we'd seen the last few weeks. So the 49ers better pack their gear and get ready for Detroit because it's going to be a fight.
Dude, let me tell you something, brother. I have not seen a more dominant in a long while. Christian McCaffrey is the real freaking deal, dude. That cat is worth every penny that they're paying all other 50 players on that freaking team. That guy is tough. He's fast. He's just, they're going to get him the ball. He's not scared. I love watching this kid, man. The real deal. Go ahead, Tristan.
I mean, I don't know. You know how I feel about Brock Purdy. I
don't know why you hate him, but you do.
I don't hate him. I just don't think he's as good as I don't think he's as good as it seems. I think he's got the perfect offense around him, perfect set of players to make him shine. Good for him. He makes it work. But I mean, he didn't really look that great in this game. He did enough to not lose the game. But
Can I ask you this before you
managed it.
If we put Justin Fields or Dak Prescott or even Bryce Young in this offense, you think they're head and shoulders,
Yes.
10, 100 times better than they are now with
Yes.
those 3 guys?
Yes.
Okay, I'm done listening to you. But go on.
You put Dak on the Niners, and they're probably in the Super Bowl easy.
Yeah, well, you feed Dak a dozen donuts every day, and he'll get fat. Big freaking deal. He's just, I don't know. Go ahead, keep going. I'm listening.
Like Donnie said, he managed the game really well. But that's all. He's just a game manager. Nobody wants to go watch him make 30 checkdowns in the fucking Super Bowl. Jared Goff's going to make big plays. I think next week. I think Jordan Love just made wrong mistakes at the worst possible time. And what? Go ahead.
I don't understand. So this kid can manage can manage a team to get them to the conference championship. This other team, this other quarterback, that's a great quarterback, and you're in love with him. He made the wrong plays at the wrong time to lose the game. This other kid didn't, so that this other kid's better. You'd rather have that other kid. You'd rather
win that game.
You'd rather lose and look pretty than win and look.
They didn't win that game because of fucking Brock Purdy. They won it because
they won it because Love made bad choices. You just said that.
Well, they won it because of Christian McCaffrey on offense.
Here's the other thing.
Did they not? Did they not?
Here,
you just said Love made the mistakes.
Well,
wasn't one of them a tit pick?
I mean, kicker's got one job, right?
A tit pick?
Here's a
tipped pick.
Oh.
The big thing in this game, they did not get Deebo Samuel involved in the offense. I mean, he only had 2 targets. He didn't have any rushes. Why? I mean, he is your number 2 threat behind McCaffrey. And Ayuk didn't have many either. I mean, he only had 3 for 32. Their game management and game design was not on point for this game. You're going to have to change that up and come better with Detroit. You've got to pass the ball. You got to stretch the field. And
is he hurt? Is he coming back? Is he going to play in this
week? 50-50.
Okay.
I mean, you've got to do better.
Brock made one good throw to Kittle. That touchdown, it was a great throw. But I think Coach could have made that throw too. So.
Well, I'm an athlete, Tristan, so you can't fucking.
I mean,
I'm a real athlete.
I know you are,
Rick. I've seen you. You're not an athlete,
Brian. Yes, I am. I'll school you in anything you want to go to. This motherfucker. Hey, Brian, what do you think? What do you think about this game?
Beers.
Well, I think Green Bay outplayed the Niners in this game, but I agree with both of Donnie and Tristan's points.
Okay, you're done. Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I think Carlson, I mean, the kickers, I mean, that's a big field goal that Carlson has to make, and he missed it. I think Jordan Love was good in this game. He did enough to win the game, but he made too many costly mistakes. What are you doing throwing across your body in the middle of the field, the last play of the game? Dude, throw the ball away. You still got 40-some seconds left in the game to at least get a field goal or score a touchdown. But the Niners offense is too lethal. Christian McCaffrey, too much to handle. When it comes to next week, I think the Lions are in good shape, but it depends on if Deebo plays. If Deebo plays in that game, then the Lions are in trouble. If not,
there's no fracture. Yeah, there's no fracture, so he's set to play.
Yeah, so I mean, have to be able to contain Deebo. And Jared Goff has to be on his A game. You know, Jared Goff's been super efficient all year long and even in the playoffs. But he's also like he made a terrible throw in that Tampa game where he was lucky the linebacker dropped it. That was a big play in the game. But Jared Goff needs to be on point. Other than that, I mean, the Lions are rolling right now, man. I mean, hey, as long as you get a W in the win column, this is a National Football League, man, especially in the playoffs. It's like, just give me a W.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Lions, 31-23, man. I'll tell you, I had the Bucks +7. I bought the 6.5 to +7. And this
cuss him out, Coach. Cuss him the fuck out.
I don't know why. I still don't know why. I have no idea.
Hey, I was close.
You're 14 points away with plenty of time. You score a touchdown. Why go for 2 there? There's no need.
Makes no sense.
Kick the extra point. And now, if you come back and score, if you want to win it there instead of going to overtime, then go for 2. There at the end. But not now. Don't cost me money, you stupid mother.
Hey, here's the big thing.
Go ahead, Donnie.
That missed 2 points.
Changed everything.
Changed the game.
Damn right it did. Damn right it did. Fire his ass right now.
Fire that motherfucker. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
And Chris Collins was just trying to back it up. It's like, dude, why are you doing trying to back
That's another guy. Chris Collins can go eat a.
It's like, dude, just take the extra point. Give your team a chance to win at least. But hey, I'll take it. But I will say, I am very impressed with Baker Mayfield. I think he's proven himself. He needs to take that next step. But
that pick he threw at the end was tough. I don't even know what he saw.
It was the first pick was a fluke.
No, I'm not counting now. I'm talking about the one at the end of the game.
I mean, you got to give him credit. 26 for 41, 350 yards, and that pick wasn't
bad in that game.
Here's the thing. He was sacked 4 or 5 times. He was pressured, I think, almost 15 times. Of the 28 times he dropped back, he was pressured more than half the times when he dropped. The kid was running for his life in a divisional playoff game. Props to the Lions. Props to the fucking Lions, dude. They brought the heat. They brought the heat. This kid was running. He was when he was throwing, he was getting hit. He didn't have time. They even kept saying he threw some bad passes because he would have to tiptoe to see over the rush and throw it. And so he was making some pretty bad throws there. It was going over the head because he was throwing off his tiptoes. But give the Lions all the props on that, man.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, if
pressure him a lot that game. And I mean, you got to be able to put pressure on the quarterback. You know, that's just my opinion. Like,
you pressure the quarterback half the time. You just get in his face half the time.
Right.
You're gonna win.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean,
what a win, man. I mean,
look at the top wide receivers. Amon St. Brown had 14 targets, caught 8 for 77, but Mike Evans brought his A game. We haven't seen his A game a lot this year.
Good
8 for 147, but Godwin, you can't go 50%. And that one pick was all his fault. I mean, he should have caught that. So
if you look at it quarter by quarter, all right, if you break it down, and this is again, some of you people out there listening will hate Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide because they win a whole lot, and he's very successful and he's the best coach ever. But his process was always this: you go out there and you're playing for one play at a time. One play at a time, one drive at a time, one quarter at a time. You win every quarter. You never look at the scoreboard. Here we go. So you look at the Lions and the Bucks, 3-3 after the first, 10-10 after the second, 17-17 after the third. And then this is where Detroit wins. Why did they win? Because my opinion is the pressure that Detroit applied to Baker Mayfield for 3.5 quarters. And it was enough. It was just, I mean, there's only so much you can do. And then, you're going to bust a bubble. And I think Detroit did that. And that's all coach. That's all Dan, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I give credit to Jared Goff too. I mean, Jared Goff was on point in that game. And yes, we brought the pressure, which helped. Yeah, I mean, I think we got it done on both sides of the ball. And it was just another one of those games where you have to just battle it out and win. And, previously with Lions teams, I mean, we were never in this position. It's been, 30 years since we've been here. But, I mean, we've never been in this position before. But in other years, we would just fall down and crumble. But this year, we're finding ways to win games. And I think that's a big reason why we're in the spot we're in now.
Well, you got there quicker than the Dallas Cowboys. So congratulations to that, Detroit Lions. Very good, very good. I'm proud of you. I was a defense coordinator for 18 years, so I'm always going to side on the defense. I think your defense did better than your offense. So, but that's just my bias.
Oh, I agree.
But I mean, congratulations. I can't wait. And then the other thing, man, the damn Detroit Lions are fucking peaking at the right time. Like they're playing their best football right now. As far as I'm concerned.
That's a scary offense.
Yeah. I mean, all the way around. Offense, defense, specialty. You're playing your best right now. I wouldn't want to play the Lions.
No.
I'd play anybody else right now other than the Lions.
Yep.
Sure.
Well, let's get to these guys here. I heard some idiot on Barstool saying, oh, yeah, Mahomes, the greatest quarterback to ever step foot on the football field. So let's go ahead and talk. No, don't agree with this, Tristan. Don't do this. Let's get through this damn podcast first. The Chiefs at the Bills, 27-24. I'd have gone 6-0 in my bets if this idiot kicker would have made that last one because I live bet the over. And he should have, and he missed it. But we hit everything. I mean, we hit everything else. We were chomping at the bit at KC. What a game! Anyway, let's start. Anybody, y'all give me your thoughts on this Chiefs Bills game. Man.
Yeah, I'll go. I think that the championship pedigree just shines really bright in these types of spots. It's really not I was asking my buddy today, I was like, what do the Bills do from here? They can't get over this Chiefs hump.
Keep shoveling snow.
It's the same team they run into every year in the last 4 years in the playoffs, and they get fucking bounced every time. And really, they didn't play that bad. They got out right there when it mattered. They lost. I mean, I don't know. if
When you say championship pedigree, Kelsey showed up. He wasn't there last week. He showed up.
When it fucking mattered.
Yeah, Pacheco. Dude, Pacheco's another. That guy's a freak.
Dude, he fucking when he runs hard as
ground.
fuck.
Yeah. I mean, they had some guys show up last night for and you're right. It's that championship pedigree. It's that.
They've
I
been
100%
there.
agree.
Yeah,
I mean, overall they got dominated in the game. 37 minutes versus 22 on time of possession. First downs, they had 27 versus 21. I mean, you go down the stats and you're like, the Bills win this. Like, they just win this. But it didn't happen. I mean, the lights were too bright, I guess. I mean, that kicker missing that. But, I mean, you had all kinds of chances to make first downs in key situations and put the game away. And you just didn't do it. I mean, the penalties weren't that big of a deal. It was just when third down conversion, 7 for 14, and they went for it on fourth down 3 times, which is crazy. And they got 2 of 3. But
dude, the
lights
fake
were just
punt.
too bright. Lights were just too bright.
Yeah.
How are you going to fake punt on your 30?
That was so stupid.
Yeah, that's some Dan Campbell stuff, man.
Well, see, here's the thing. They're saying, okay, so
Dan
they
would have just left the offense out there.
They had it ready. So supposedly Kansas City, I haven't gone back to look at it because I've been nursing my hangover all damn day. But supposedly Kansas City had 10 guys on the punt return.
Yeah,
and so they counted 10, so they went automatically to the fake punt. I don't give a shit if you're on your side of the field. If they have 5 guys on defense, punt the son of a bitch away. If you trip, you don't lose the yardage. I couldn't believe
it did, but see, it didn't matter though because they had that touchback on that same next drive. So like they got bailed out, but you're still not wrong.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you don't know what could have happened if they punted. Does he muff the punt? Now they get it on the 5. Does he fumble on the first snap? Does he throw a pick 6 for the 10 or 15? There's a lot of shit that could go. You want to talk analytics? There's a whole 10 chapters of analytics that could happen if you punt the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You don't go for it, then you're 6 yards short. That's just go ahead.
I think the Chiefs are built for that stage and that atmosphere. I mean, going on the road and beating Buffalo and Josh Allen and giving Josh Allen the struggle most of the year, but he, obviously improved when the playoffs came about. But Patrick Mahomes is just a different dude when the postseason comes about, when it's crunch time. And he's got Travis Kelce. He may be his only and his best receiver, but he's still Travis Kelce. I mean, the best tight end in football. And
hands down,
yeah. I wasn't surprised the Chiefs won that game.
Big time players, big time players make big time plays in big time games.
I might be misspeaking here, but I think it was Deion Dawkins went on. He got asked a question in the media. It was about they were like they've never been to Buffalo, and we'll have the whole entire Bills Mafia behind us, and it's going to be different. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't different. No, wasn't different.
Wasn't different at all. Same ending, different chapter.
Yep. I mean, and it all goes back to the same thing, just like the game before. It was 3-3 after 1. Then it was 17-13. Bills were up at halftime. Then they both scored 3 in the third quarter. And then you go to the fourth quarter when it counts. You get through all the shit to get to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's when the big time players make the big time plays in the big time games. Yep. And that's what Kelsey did, and that's what Mahomes did. That's what Pacheco did. That's what that defense did. You talked about that defense earlier. That's all we thought. That's why we put money on Kansas City because what's his name? Spagnola. I keep thinking of Paige Sparanek. My bad. But yeah, I keep that's the reason, man. I freaking.
Yeah, dime eyes, flustered, coach.
Oh, dude, he has no peripheral. When your eyes are that close together, you have no peripheral, man. I'm just telling you. It's science, as they say. Anyway, speaking of dime eyes, thank you. That's a good little transition there. Speaking of dime eyes, you got 4 quarterbacks this weekend. These 4 quarterbacks. Obviously, we know Tristan thinks that Purdy is the worst one of them all.
It's not close.
And he's still going ahead, and he's going to go play next week.
Yep.
Right? But what did y'all think about the quarterback play? We've already talked about Mahomes. Obviously, I mean, the guy did his job. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he did his. He rushed for over 100, running over people like a fullback. But what do you think about these other guys? Justin Love, what's
I think
Jared Goff,
yeah, Golf, or even
Goff,
Boomer
Jackson, Mahomes,
Sooner,
and Birdie.
all them boys. What do you think about these quarterbacks?
I think they've been salvageable. I mean, Jordan Love has been very impressive throughout this playoffs, and but when it comes to the four quarterbacks we got now, I'm with Trish, and I think Purdy's the worst, but it's not by much. I mean, Purdy gets the job done, man. I mean, he has weapons around him, but you still got to make the throws. And I would say I would put Jared Goff right behind him because he's not like the most flashy. He can't run the football, but he can still make the throws. He's been doing it all year. He's been doing it throughout the playoffs. Then I would put Lamar because he can run and he can throw a little. It's just a matter of can he get it done in the playoffs? It's like, he's asking for all this money from the Ravens and he's interrupting John Harbaugh's press conferences, wanting more money. It's like, dude, winning the playoffs, he's finally won. Then you got to go Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes is that dude. He's a Super Bowl champ. Like they struggled during the regular season, but I think this year shows how good Patrick Mahomes really is because, I mean, the Chiefs were struggling in the regular season. Then playoffs came about. It's like same old Chiefs, same old Patrick Mahomes.
Championship pedigree.
Well, we always said, or I said, not we always said, because that big Kansas City fan over there on the top left. But I always said that KC always did just enough to win. They're going to do just enough to win and get on to the next week. And that recipe is proven to be pretty freaking good because they have just coasted by all season long. It seemed to me like they've just coasted by all season long. And now they're here. All right, now let's turn up the lights. Let's turn up the heat a little
Turn it
bit.
up a notch.
Let's turn it up a notch and go. Donnie, go ahead, buddy. Go.
Here's the thing. Who has the worst stats coming into this as far as
Mahomes.
quarterbacks goes? Mahomes. 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. He's got more. He's over 50% of his interceptions are touchdowns. I mean, he only has 4183 on yardage. Purdy has 4280 with 31 and 11. So he's the second best on paper because Goff is 4575, but he's got 30 and 12. Lamar Jackson is your number one quarterback, hands down, 24/7 on touchdowns and interceptions. What he can do with his feet. Hey, I think Mahomes is
Stats don't lie, Donnie.
I think Mahomes overall will be a better quarterback, but this is Lamar Jackson's year, MVP year. Give it to him. I think as far as numbers go, you got to give it to Lamar.
All right, Brian, you got anything to say because Tristan's up there stewing.
Tristan's going to lose his mind.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Donnie. I think it's really close between Lamar and Mahomes. It's just Mahomes has been there and won. It's just a matter of can Lamar win that Super Bowl and can make that run in the playoffs, which he's doing this year. And I agree 100%. I really think this is the Ravens' year. And that's what I was thinking earlier. Like, if I had to pick between these two teams, I would pick the Ravens because they're playing at home, correct? Aren't the Ravens playing at home?
Yes.
So, I mean, that makes a big advantage. And I think that was a big advantage in the Texas game as well. And man, that run defense was just rock solid against the Texans. And I think it'll be the same against Kansas City. Even though the Chiefs throw the ball a lot, still I think this is I think the Ravens are gonna take this one.
All right, Tristan, go
ahead. What's going on over there? What's going on over there? What the fuck's happening?
He's gonna blow
What are you reading?
Nothing. Why are you laughing at me?
Because
you're over there giggling like a 13-year-old schoolgirl. What are you giggling at?
We know.
I mean, until you beat the champ, he's the best in the fucking playoffs. It's just that simple.
You just told me it's about stats and Purdy. All he does is manage the team.
I never told you it was all about stats. I never told you that.
Yes, you did.
He did.
This is the toxicity.
Thank you, Donnie.
In my face all
he didn't say that. He said he just manages the game. He didn't look at the stats, though. I'll be honest.
No,
No, he
look,
didn't.
I'm a Lamar fan, and I actually think he's right there with Mahomes. I think you could put him as a tie, but until you beat him, you're
So
not
until
on
you
his
beat the
level.
best, you're not the best.
That's usually
Pretty much what I'm saying.
Well, then why didn't Georgia go to the national championship game?
yeah,
Oh,
here
they
we
weren't
zingers,
go.
baby, zingers.
because they weren't the best. But anyway,
Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
They could have
How,
I would say Mahomes and Lamar 1A, 1B, golf, and then Purdy because he's a fucking bum.
Whatever.
he's a
Hey,
bum. This
I think,
oh
I think
no
I
both
can't
teams.
respect.
stand Purdy.
No respect.
None
here's
at
what-
all.
What, did he steal your donuts or something when y'all were kids?
Yeah, what's your beef with Purdy, Tristan?
I don't think he's that good. I think he's been surrounded by all pro talent his entire career. And then the few games this year when they were hurt or whatever, you saw how not good he was. Debo goes down in this game. I mean, they didn't look that good.
But you're jealous. That's the problem.
No, Christian took over the game. I mean, Kittle got his early, and then that was it. I don't know. I just prove it without your all pro weapons, and then
None of
I'm
these
not-
quarterbacks can prove it without their all pro weapons.
Let's
If you-
switch gears. Let's switch gears.
No, hold on.
Brady.
No, real quick, Don. Hold on. Then I'll let you switch the damn gear. Mahomes hasn't had a fucking all pro receiver all year. Even Kelsey played bad all year.
So Kelsey
His
Argue
sucks.
with me now. Or, no,
His stats-
no.
No, his stats show it. His stats show it.
No, I'm telling you, he didn't play good all year. I'm admitting that. And
Okay.
here we are, Mahomes in the AFC Championship game, carrying these dudes on their back.
Okay.
But
Josh
Mahomes and
Josh Allen goes in Buffalo with all pro digs. Nothing. I'm sorry, but Mahomes is just better.
oh yeah.
There's no doubt about that. I just don't understand your hatred to Purdy.
He's a
But
bum.
that's okay. You can hold on to that and let that weather you down.
Go ahead,
and make
Donnie.
you an overs. Hey, let's look ahead to the conference championship game real quick.
That's what I was trying to do.
All righty. We got
Both of
lined
these-
open. The lines haven't changed since yesterday, since last night. Got Baltimore -3, totals 44.5. San Francisco -7, total is 50.5. You're seeing the line. Do you believe the line? Do you think it's wrong? Do you think it's going to move? And which way do you think it's going to move? Donnie, let's go ahead and go to you. This is what your game right here.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about. You sent me the message last night and you were like, hey, what do you think? I think these lines came out super, super sharp as far as the spread goes. The spread is very much on point. I think that the Chiefs Ravens is a 3-point game. I think that you could easily have that missed field goal to lose it. So 3.5 is perfect. And then when you go to the Lions and Niners, I think 7 is the right number because I think they feel that San Francisco is a touchdown better at home. I think this would be a 3.5-point game if it was at Detroit, but since it's San Francisco, 7's the number. The key number, and we've already seen the 44 move up to 44.5. A ton of money is coming on the over for Kansas City, Baltimore. I think this is probably a 50-point game. And I think that the Lions Rams or the Lions 49ers is probably a 55-point game. So I love the over on both of these. We're seeing a huge disparagement in number of bets versus how much money's coming in on the over. So if you can get in early, take the over because these numbers are going to go up.
Gotcha. Brian, what do you think about those? What do you think about these numbers?
I mean, I think they're fine. I mean, yeah, give San Francisco a touchdown at home. They're favored to win, which I mean, that's totally understandable. The Lions could definitely win this game, but I think San Francisco probably should win this game. And then when it comes to Baltimore, Kansas City, I think it's pretty much a toss-up. I mean, 3 sounds like a good number, because I think either team could win. But on the San Francisco Lions side, I think the 49ers have a little bit of a better chance to win, even though, I mean, the way the Lions been playing, it's like, and you saw it in week 1 versus Kansas City. They just went into Arrowhead and we beat them. So, like, the same thing could happen with this. But, I mean, it is San Francisco at home in the playoffs. So, I like the numbers where they're at as well.
I got you. Tristan, what do you think about this, bud?
I think both numbers are wrong. Truthfully, I actually think
What's that?
I said I think both numbers on both games are wrong. I actually think the Chiefs game should be a pick 'em. I really do. I think it should be a pick 'em, and I think the Lions game should be about 4. I don't. I think 7's too many. Um, that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Why are you playing? Why are you playing commercials here, Tristan?
What's he talking about?
I don't know. I'm hearing shit. I don't know. I like.
Did you hear anything I said?
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, yeah. I did. I just. So here's the Detroit's not going to beat anybody by 7 from here on out. They got a shot to win it. I think the problem is if I was looking for the weather in San Francisco this weekend. I think it's going to play a big. I think it's going to be a big deal because it's on grass at home. San Francisco, the 7 is well deserved. I think you're going to see a different San Francisco team than you did this weekend. I think it's going to be a completely different ball game. And why would it be different, Tristan?
Why are you coming after me?
Well, because you keep shaking your fucking head every time I say something. Dude, the weeks before this, they didn't look this goddamn bad. Now they're going to look better. I mean, they didn't play the way. I think you're going to see a different San Francisco team. I think we're going to see the same Detroit team. Good ball club.
I don't think Debo's going to play. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. I don't think Debo plays. So that leaves. I don't. I think that leaves it up to Ayuk. Contain McCaffrey. Lions win. I like both. Yeah, it's not going to be. They're not going to be able to. But I mean, I like both. I don't know
though. They got that Hutchinson kid from Michigan. Yeah. Holy cow, that guy's a freak.
Yeah,
that guy's a freak of nature.
If Debo plays, like I said earlier, that's going to make a big difference. But I think Debo plays in this game because they said he's 50-50 and it's the playoffs. I mean, you got freaking Frank Ragnow for the Lions busting it out. I mean, that dude might have a torn ACL at this point, but he hasn't seen a playoff game in his entire lifetime with the Lions. So he's going to bust it out and play. I think Debo plays in this game, and whether Debo plays or not, I think it'll be a close game either way.
Yeah, Ragnow actually has a sprained ACL and a sprained ankle. So I mean, on the same leg, dude, man, that's crazy. Jonah Jackson, their guard though, is torn meniscus, so he's probably out.
Oh.
I mean, I'm degenerate as fuck, but I like both dogs to win.
Okay. I
really do. Outright.
I can see that. I mean, I can 100%. I can also see teasing them. I can also see teasing both dogs, give you a little extra room and do it. This ain't going to be a runaway. I don't think anybody's going to get throttled here, by the way. No, and I think you can do I think you do a 4-way teaser, take both dogs and then tease the totals down and take both overs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm drinking the shit out of the juice on the Lions, man. I truly actually think they could win it all. I just do.
I'm not doubting that at all.
No bias. No, I appreciate you being on the Lions train.
I really am. I mean, they proved me wrong, and I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Real stuff right there.
Thanks for being on here, Brian. You know what you've done? You know what you've done for Tristan? You have brought out some humility in this guy for the first time. I thank you for being on here.
That's actually
I had to address Tristan's comments from last show today. And Tristan, man, you're on the Lions train. You owned up to it. You admit it. You know, it's not like you were. I mean, I don't know, man.
They need to get
you're technically wrong or anything. You weren't on the Lions train, man. That's not a bad thing.
I do
train now, so I appreciate it.
I will say they need to give the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs more.
Oh yeah. Yep.
They need to give the ball. Dude,
Montgomery's really good though. Just for just run the ball up the gut. I think it's just a matter of what kind of package they want to run to put Gibbs in. But yes, I agree 100% because that dude is. I mean,
he's a game changer. He's just like Christian McCaffrey. He's a fucking game changer.
I agree.
Well, boys, that ought to take care of the conference championship. We're just talking right now. We're going to come back on Thursday and have our actual NFL Pick'em show. We're going to break it down a little more. We're going to see who's on the injury report or who's off of it. See where the lines have changed. See where the bets and the handles have moved. See if Tristan has changed his mind again. See if we're doing anything, if we're going to do anything different or not. But stick with us. We'll be back on Thursday for our NFL Pick'em show. If you're watching live, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, share. We're trying to increase in the community in here. We have our Discord. You can join our Discord for free. We've got all the betting threads on there also, all the basketball, hockey, tennis, everything. So go and join us, hit that bell so you can get notifications. We're going to be back tomorrow. I'm not sure who's going to be back tomorrow, but we're going to be back tomorrow. Want to talk about some college basketball. We got a big week of college basketball. Also, I know we've had the Australian Open. I've watched a couple of matches there at the bar while I was closing it down. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that, but still, it was I loved it. So we do have a thread there. I'm hoping these two jack wagons will do a podcast soon, giving us some help on some betting tennis tips. But we're going to be doing all that, and we're going to keep growing. Tristan, I want to thank you for being on. Donnie, thank you. Brian, again, thank you, and thank you for bringing your fan base with us.
Sure, good to be on.
This is your coach here, Coach's Call on Tap. This is our daily chalk talk. We'll be back tomorrow, talk about some college basketball. Until then, adios.